Hi everyone. Today I will be reviewing Meliora by Ghost. Um, this is Ghost is one of the probably the most popular metal band of the 2010s, and it's not that difficult to see why. They have a lot of really catchy sort of pop hooks and a lot of references back to sort of 70s rock and that era's horror movies. Yeah, really great. So let's just get right into it. Starting off this album is Spirit. This song has really grown on me with time. It starts off with the sort of ghostly vocals over this very 70s and 80s sounding synth line. Really good. It sounds really creepy. I like it a lot. And then it descends into this massive rock song. Just great all the way through. And then at the very end, it sort of builds up, and then it completely drops off, ironically, into From the Pinnacle to the Pit. So a fitting title. This starts with this growling, staticky bass line. I love it a ton. And then the guitars come in, and the riff here is so good. I cannot emphasize how good it is. I love it so much. Definitely one of my favorites on this album. Uh, the the chorus is really good too. With these, the guitar riff there is also really good. It's eighth notes that I believe slowly descend, but like not really descend enough to notice. Just a great song all the way through. And then Cerise, the most popular song on this album, and also one of my favorites. It's got this. It starts off with this really creepy sounding guitar melody, sort of acoustic in one ear, and then there's like it's like a call and response, but they're the same riffs going back and forth. So they'll go from one ear to the other, and then back and forth. It's really cool. And while that's happening, all this instrumentation builds up until you get to this massive boom, clap, before it transitions into this driving beat that I really enjoy. And throughout the song, it sort of goes through that with it has a traditional song structure to it. The chorus is really good. There's sort of these parts in the song where there'll be all this instrumentation, and then these vocals will come in going, "Can't you see that you're lost without me?" And when he says "without me," all the instrumentation comes out, and then it just explodes right back in. It's really cool to hear. Speaking of the vocals here, they're sort of they're pretty emotionless. They're but that's not to say they're bad. They're sort of like culty, I think is how someone put it. But it's perfectly fitting. Definitely makes the atmosphere of this where it's like an old horror movie in like this satanic church. It makes it that much better. Following that, we have an instrumental interlude, Spoke Sonnet. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But it's just a simple guitar, I believe acoustic guitar, played for about a minute, sort of to intro into He Is. He is hard to describe. It almost reminds me of like if contemporary Christian music was like really good. Sorry about that. Um, it's great. That's not to say that there isn't great contemporary Christian music out there, but it's just great. They have these rock licks or riffs in it, and some guitar solos, but it's really good. I keep saying that over and over, but it is. It's a great. I guess you could say sort of ballad. Uh, and the lyrics are pretty funny because they're actually devoted to Satan. Now, of course, it's not serious. If you listen to the music, obviously, none of this they're serious about. They're not like Marilyn Manson or anything. It's just pretty funny to hear lyrics like that over a instrumentation like this. And then following that is Mummy Dust. The vocal performance here is mostly whispered instead of sung. I like it's still sung, but it's like whisper sung. And on the chorus, they have these really good pianos, sort of ascending a little bit in, I believe, either a minor or diminished key. I'm not the best music theorist out there, so I don't hear it and go, "Oh, that's a blah 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 key," but it sounds really good, really creepy. And then Majesty is sort of a low point. I think the chorus is pretty good, but everything else about it is pretty forgettable compared to the rest of the songs here. Devil Church is another. Um, Devil Church is another. Sorry, instrumental interlude that it's a lot more complex than Spoke Sonnet. In fact, I think they even have some choral vocals in the background. They're not saying anything, but it's almost like an outro to Majesty. Really good. And then Absolution has like easily one of the best choruses I've ever heard. With all these pianos coming in, the pianos are really, really well written on this one, and they go perfect with the vocals. I'd never mind. They're just really good. I love the chorus. It's really great. And then we have the closer, Deus in Absentia. This one, it starts out with this sort of, what's the word? Like a click track. I'm blanking on it. Well, anyways, it'll come to me. It's sort of syncopated around it, and it sounds it'll just build up around the syncopation until you get to the chorus. The chorus here is also really good. Yeah. It eventually descends into these choral vocals that are really great at the very end, and every time the choral vocals get done with like a couple lines, this quiet synthesizer, really spacey, sort of just flies out. It ascends all the way out. Yeah, but really great album. The atmosphere built by it is really great, and it definitely feels like it's supposed to be listened to in album form and not song form, even if some of the songs here are really great on their own, like Cerise and From the Pinnacle to the Pit. So yeah, that's about all I have to say on the album. Thanks for watching.